One shall stand, one shall fall.
Hey guys, welcome back. We are now on part 3 of our prime build, and I've got the shoulders pretty much done here. This one is done. As you can see, I've got it, I lengthened it out. I didn't like the size. Now it is much better, more in scale with what I want. As you can see, this one still needs a little bit of work. I need to cut this down and trim this edge down. But I've also drilled my hole for the rod that's going through it. That will connect the two arms together, and then it'll mount on there. I took the wheel wells off for the moment as I've been doing some other work here. But yeah, this has to be shortened a little bit, and then I'll need to create the T section here. I've been thinking about the blank areas on the cab here, like up here, here, and along this side. You can see I've got the wheel wells marked off their positioning, but I have been making styrene sheets to kind of fill in these blank areas, but I've been making them like they're part of still part of the cab. As you can see, I have these rivet lines here, here, and on either side there's double lines, and I continued them on. I just took a little drop of glue on a toothpick and I made some rivets. So it looks like the cab is just folded up, and this is actually the back of the cab. And I'll be doing this very similar thing here and here on either side. So let me get to work on that, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, we got the head apart. That was a thing. Oh god, that was a thing. The pin that held it together, didn't want to be drilled by anything I had. Mainly because it wasn't a pin, it was a screw. That was just pinned on there. Nope, screw. So I had to break the head apart, which was fun. I didn't break anything I care about. Like, I snapped the jaw here, but I don't care because I'm going to be gluing it into place. I drilled a big holes. You can see the other side of the hole there in the ear. So I'm replaced it with a little covered the hole with a little styrene, and now I'm going to use some putty. I'm going to level that off. Same thing with this one. But basically I'm going through here and just puttying little things I see that I don't like that section there that's got putty on it. You could see that there was a divot in there when you put the helmet together. The same thing with that. You can kind of see that there was a divot right there when you put the helmet together. That's for those two pieces. I filled in that Transformers logo, and I'm in the process of sanding that flat. What else did I do? This is going to get the most work. I glued in that mouth mechanism because I don't care, and I'm also filling in the screw hole here. It's going to take a few layers of putty to do. So I'm going to make a pin here, and I'm going to pin together. I'm going to use some glue. Also going to glue around these edges. That's why they're hashed up. I just took my hobby knife and roughed up the edges because I'm going to glue the helmet on the edges, like here, around here, and the bottom too. And the same thing on the inside. I've hashed up the recesses. It goes in this recess, and right here. So the same thing. I did the same thing on the side. Very rough. So the adhesive can really get in there and really weld those parts together. But yeah, I'll create a pin for that. The corresponding tab is there. We got his face. He has an angry face. I don't know why Prime's got an angry face, but he's got an angry face. You normally can't see that mouth because of his mouth guard. And then we have the eyes. We're going to have to do something about the eyes. Nice chromed blue, but I can't use that. I need something transparent. So we'll think about that. I'm going to get back to work. Be back in a sec. Alright, so we've got a lot of work done here on this. I painted the interior. I gave it a wash, made it all dirty. You're not really going to see this, so I wasn't very neat with it. But I did greeble up the side. Instead of putting panels on here, I decided to just add a bunch of greeblies, and I didn't want it to be symmetrical, so both sides are different. But yeah, and I weathered them up a little bit of dust and dirt and some silver dry brushed on here. I've got these shoulder parts done, and these are grab a shoulder part. So got some paint on the shoulders too. These are going to be right about there. So you never see that detail, but we know it's there. And there's also some detail behind there that you can make out at the right angle. What else did I do? I got so I got some paint on my shoulders here, just the back paint. It's gonna be this charcoal, and I got some parts for the elbow. These will be the side caps for the elbows. I got my magnets in to mount my rear panel to back here. I'll just drill a hole here, or 2 holes, put a couple of magnets in there, and we'll do some corresponding magnets on this side. I am not happy with this red paint, not because of the color, but because this is still tacky after 5 good hours of drying. I might have to sand this down and repaint it. It also is orange peeling like mad. You can see the orange peel is hardcore. So I might have to, if this doesn't look good after it's dry, I'm probably going to sand this down and off. But the back sides of these are that charcoal black. Yeah, that's super wet. And it looks completely awful. I threw the paint can away because it sucks. But yeah, you can see how awful that is. So I might be sanding this down, probably. But, and these are the homemade pieces I made for the back of this and these sides of this. These little pieces will go on these sides. This piece will go across the back here. So yeah, again, super tacky. You can hear the tack. But yeah, those turned out pretty good, I must say. The rivets and everything. So I think that's going to do it for this week. Next week I'll be going out of town, so I don't know how much work I'm going to get done in the few days I have. I did just pick up this guy right here. Yes, this is, can't even fit, but this is the Discovery Enterprise. Trying to do a kit review, my camera keeps dying, so I better be quick with this video. I want to thank everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.